What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, and I'm just checking in on you. How you doing? What's going on? Now today is June 27th, and that means this is going to be your weekly vendor reset and must buys. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But we will start here in Washington, D.C., and then we will finish up in New York City. Our first vendor is going to be the Base of Ops vendor. Here we go. Now, starting off with the Mozambique Special, this is the named pistol with perfect breadbasket, and it comes with armor damage. Then we have a tactical Vector SBR 9mm with crit hit damage and ignited, followed by a TKB 408 with damage targets out of cover and breadbasket. Now that's not bad if you want, but then again, if you're going to use the key TKB, I mean, why wouldn't you use the Kingbreaker? I don't know. Anyways, this is a good TKB. However, it's not going to be as strong as that perfect flatline, but if you want to try it out with, like, say, Optimist or Ranger or, whatever it is, Strained or whatever, you're more than welcome to right here. This is a great template to use that with. Damage targets out of cover as that bottom attribute. All you have to do is recalibrate that talent for whatever it is you want. And then finally, for the weapons, we have a 93R with a health damage roll and reformation. Looking at the gear items, we have a Raldi backpack with armor regen, repair skills, and clutch. And then a Grupo chest piece with weapon handling, headshot damage, and trauma. Looking at the mods, we have crit hit damage 10.1, drone armor repair 6.4, turret plus 1 extra sniper, and sticky bomb burn duration of 4%. Now, must buys, things to look for from the Base of Ops vendor. The Mozambique Special is a good one. The TKB is not a bad one. That's really about it. All right. Now, our next two vendors are going to be in both Washington, D.C. and New York City. So just so you know, I will go through them right now. That way I don't have to do that in New York City. So the first one is right here, the Countdown vendor. Here we go. And starting off with the Cold Relations. Okay. This is the named PP19 with Perfect Strained. And this one comes with Swap Speed. Next up, we have the Anarchist Cookbook. Whoa, this is a good one. With armor regen and crit hit damage with Perfectly Wicked. Let's go. You could easily just max out the armor for that core attribute, or you could recalibrate that armor for a weapon damage core attribute. Either way, this is a great Anarchist Cookbook to pick up. Do it right now here at the Countdown vendor. And then finally, we have the Claws Out. Now, the Claws Out is the named Wyvernware holster that gives you both melee damage and pistol damage. Now, this one also has skill damage on here as well, which could go with that Wyvern brand set bonus of skill damage. So check it out. This was previously a PvP exclusive item, but we all know that with the introduction of named item caches and the Countdown vendor, there are different ways to get these PvP exclusive items. All right, and that is it for the Countdown vendor. So that means our last vendor is going to be our clan vendor. Now, shout out to the DoD Disciples of Doom. We are on all platforms. Now, if you are interested, you can, hit me up on Discord for PlayStation or PC. Or if you're on Xbox, just add and send me a message on Xbox. And here is your clan vendor. Here we go.
Good of you to stop by.
Now, starting off with the Percussive Maintenance. This is the named Alp Summit backpack with perfect tech support. Now, this one comes with headshot and repair skills. Ugh. Then for the gear set items, we have a Future Initiative mask with status effects, Eclipse Protocol chest piece with repair skills, and Aces and Eights knee pads with headshot damage. But those are really low rolls. Looking at the high-end items, we have a X45 with magazine size and sadist, followed by a M700 Carbon with max crit hit damage and breadbasket, and then a Diceros with max pistol damage, reload speed, and fast hands. Continuing down, we have a Wyvern chest piece with skill haste, repair skills, and intimidate. A Centaur with killer, max crit hit damage, and then very low attributes. Last two gear items, we have Uzina knee pads with health and skill haste. And then finally, a Yaw gear mask with repair skills and armor regen. Looking at the mods, we have skill haste 10.5, headshot damage 8.0, turret health 8.3, and firefly damage of 6.2. Now, must buys things to look for from the clan vendor. Sadly, I'm going to say no. I mean, unless you need Yaw Gear tokens to craft Yaw Gear items, you could pick these up and just dismantle them. But, I mean, that's really it. Yeesh. All right. So, no more from the base of ops. Let's go to the west, and then we will double back east. Our first stop is going to be the campus settlement. Now, if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing. And let me know if I've missed anything on the must-buys, or maybe there's an item that you really, really like that you think other people should like as well. Just let us know in chat and in the comments. Now, here we go. Campus settlement. Bada bing, bada boom. Starting with the Night Watcher. This is the named Heligard mask with 100% scanner pulse haste. And this one comes with health. Next up, we have a M700 Tactical with stability and ranger. And then a military L86 with stability and spike. Looking at the gear items, we have Araldi mask with explosive resistance and status effects. And then a Bellstone Armory holster with armor regen and explosive resistance. Looking at the mods, we have Skill Haste 9.9, Chem Launcher Heal 5.7, Hive Health 7.4, Pulse Health 14.5, and Trap Shock Radius of 5.8. Now, must buys, things to look for from the campus settlement. Not really. All right. Next up, we are going to go to the Dark Zone vendors. The very first one, Dark Zone West. West! Let's go! Now remember, each of these Dark Zone vendors will only accept DZ resources as currency. So again, to double check your DZ resources, toggle over to the resource tab and scroll all the way down to your keys, and just above that are your DZ resources. For example, right here, I'm at 375 out of 999, so I'm getting low on my DZ resources. So if I run out or I need more, I have to go into the Dark Zone and either open up those little blue boxes, or I have to get contaminated gear, dismantle it, and then extract it. All right. That's it for your little DZ resource tutorial. Here we go, Dark Zone West vendor. Big money, big money, big money. Ooh, nice. Oh, ew. Starting off with the rock and roll. This is the named ACS-12 with Perfectly Extra, giving you that extra magazine size. Now, this one does have magazine size as the bottom attribute, and it does have really decent shotgun damage for that attribute. However, that damage to armor at 4% is horrible. That would probably take you 5 or 6 optimizations just to make max, and I really don't think that's worth it. Unless you want to keep the magazine size on this weapon, just pick this one up and then recalibrate that armor damage to max, and then that would change the entire thing. But that's up to you. Next, we have a Spaz 12 with magazine size and sadist, and then a Sig 716 with armor damage and killer. Looking at the gear items, we have Aces and Eights gloves with max weapon handling, Aces and Eights knee pads with crit chance, Murakami gloves with skill haste and repair skills. That's good for a healer build. And then finally, Douglas and Harding knee pads with headshot and skill damage. Looking at the mods, we have Incoming Repairs 16.8, Seeker Mind Skill Haste 5.0, Shield Health 4.3, Firefly Skill Haste 5.7, and Decoy Duration of 5.5. Now, must buys, things to look for from your DZ West vendor. The Rock and Roll Shotgun, I will forever recommend that every time I see it. And then the Murakami gloves are actually really good for healer builds. All right, and that is it for Dark Zone West. Let's make our way down south, the Deep South, DZ South. Let's go. Come on with it. We need some better items, man. Come on. I mean, Anarchist Cookbook, that's a good one. Claws Out was okay. The Rock and Roll was okay. All right, here we go. DZ South. Big money, no whammies.
Nice to see you.
Yes. Oh. Damn, dude, these attributes are low. The apartment. This is a must buy. Yo, why are they selling the to-do set? What the fuck? Why would they sell this? What? Oh my gosh. Let me take a screenshot. I'm gonna have to make a video about the to-do set because this is obviously becoming a effing problem now that the vendors are selling it. Just so you know, everyone, do not buy the to-do gear set queue, okay? It will do nothing for you. It'll just sit there. It's a placeholder. There's no reason for this to even be in the game. Okay. Moving on. All right. Next up, we have a Vector SBR 9mm with max armor damage and strained, but then low SMG and crit chance. I didn't get to talk about the apartment. Okay. The apartment is a must-buy. However, the SMG damage is super, super low on this one. Now, I would not ever say keep optimal range on this weapon, so I would say recalibrate that attribute off for, like, say, damage targets at a cover or damage to armor. However, you are going to have to optimize that SMG damage, so going from 7.7 all the way up to 15 might take 4 to 5 optimizations, give or take. So, I mean, that's up to you. If you have the materials, go for it. Then we have a TKB 408 with headshot damage and ranger. That's a good one to try out. And then finally a snub nose Diceros with crit chance and sledgehammer. Looking at the gear items, we have a True Patriot chest piece with health, Badger Tough backpack with opportunistic health and skill haste, and then Golden Gear chest piece with hazard, weapon handling, and spark. Going to the mods, we have crit hit damage 10.0, drone damage 4.1, turret burn damage 4.1, and sticky bomb blast radius of 5.0. Now, must buys, things to look for from DZ South. The apartment is a great one to pick up. The TKB is not bad. Do not pick up the to-do backpack, please. It's not going to do anything for you. I mean, if you just want to waste materials and just have it just to look at it, that's cool, but come on.
Good dealing with you.
All right, that is it for DZ South. Now, before we go to DZ East, we need to make our way to the castle settlement. Now, remember, there is a new doggy, Ransom, so you got to pet the doggy.
Friendly control point detected.
Now, just so you know that this dog over here at the castle only has the one interaction. She wags her tail, that's it. The other dog does all the other stuff, so we'll just interact once. Hey, buddy. Hey, Ransom. How you doing? And then you watch Ransom shake her tail, and that's it. Good girl. Now, there's no food bowl. There's no food bowl here. So apparently we're not giving Ransom food. There's no water in the water bowl, but Ransom has a armed bodyguard. What is up with this? Yo, what up, foo? I like your bucket hat, biatch. I'm just playing. All right, let's go to the castle settlement. Here we go. I mean the castle vendor. Jeez. All right, starting off with the Picaro's holster. This is the name. Why is the music so loud at this settlement? Jeez. All right, listen to the music. It's like super loud right here. Why? That's crazy. Anyways, all right. Castle settlement vendor, starting with the Picaro's holster. This is the named Brazos de Arquebus holster that gives you weapon damage as a bottom attribute. Now this one comes with fairly low armor for that core and then health. Next up we have a M700 tactical with determined, and stability. And then finally for the weapons we have a tactical M249 para with stability and vindictive. Looking at the gear items, we have a wyvern mask with hazard and health, and then a electric holster with crit chance and health. Looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.5, chem launcher heal 5.9, hive range 4.0, pulse cone size 6.3, and trap duration of 4.2. Must buys, things to look for from the castle settlement. Not really. Now, for the Picaros, if you do not have one, what I would do is just recalibrate the health for whatever attribute you want, and then just optimize that core attribute of armor, and then you'll be good to go. All right, that is it for the castle. Let's make our way to DZ East. And to do that, we are going to fast travel to the Alpha checkpoint. Now, just remember, you will hit a double loading screen. So there's our first loading screen, and there's our second loading screen. But just note that this is faster. You do this through the Alpha checkpoint, and then you just exit, where you don't have to run all the way through the courtyard. Okay. And here we go. DZ East.
Access granted.
For anything in particular.
Starting with the Eckham's Long Stick. This is the named marksman rifle with perfect ranger. Now this one comes with crit hit damage. Then we have a Model 700 with magazine size and thunder strike. And then finally a black market RPK with health damage and breadbasket. Looking at the gear items, we have a Heartbreaker mask with skill damage, Future Initiative holster with skill damage, Wyvern Wear mask with status effects and crit chance, and then a Richter and Kaiser holster with crit hit damage and repair skills. Looking at the mods, we have Skill Haste 10.1, Chem Launcher Heal 5.9, Hive Healing 4.0, Pulse Skill Haste 4.9, and finally Trap Duration of 5.8. Now, must buys, things to look for from DZ East. Actually, the Eckham's Long Stick's not bad. What I would do is just recalibrate the crit hit damage off for damage targets out of cover or damage to armor, and then just optimize these other two attributes, but it's good to go. With Perfect Ranger, yes please. Let's get it.
Glad we could come to
Hostiles
agree.
guarding
All right,
location
and that
nearby.
is it for the Dark Zone vendors. Now, our last stop for Washington, D.C. is going to be the Theater Settlement. The Theater. Here we go. Now, if you haven't already, hit the thumbs up. What are you waiting on? Come on. Help us out. And here we go. Theater Settlement. Big money, big money, big money. Starting with the Boomstick. This is the named shotgun with perfect pumped up, and it comes with magazine size, which is weird. Then we have a SASG-12 with damage targets out of cover and spike. Nice. And then finally a Urban MDR with max rifle damage, accuracy, and reformation. Looking at the gear items, we have a Brazos pair of gloves with health and skill damage, and then China Light knee pads with health and armor regen. Looking at the mods, we have Shock Resistance 8.4, Seeker Mine Damage 4.2, Shield Holstered Regeneration 4.3, Firefly Damage 5.8, there we go, I was about to say Blind, and then Decoy Duration of 5.5. Now, must buys from the theater, no, nothing. The theater, alright. And that is it for Washington, D.C. Now let's make our way to New York City. Now there are only going to be two vendors left. We have Marco at the top of the escalator, and then we have Roy Benitez. Now just a fun fact, Roy Benitez in the division Resurgence is going to be your
Safe area
clan
detected.
coordinator. Pretty cool. All right, here we go. And Marco at the top of the escalator. Big money, big money, big money. And starting with the FAL. This is with Accuracy and Optimist. Then we have a Military RPK with Crit Chance and Reformation. A ACR SS with Accuracy and Ignited. And then finally a First Wave PF45 with Optimal Range and Determined. Looking at the gear items, we have a Golden Gear backpack with explosive resistance, status effects, and calculated. Wyvern wear knee pads with repair skills and crit hit damage. And then finally, Empress International holster with headshot damage and hazard protection. Looking at the mods here, we have headshot damage 7.4, ensnare resistance 8.5, seeker mine damage 4.3, pulse skill haste 4.8, and decoy duration of 5.5. Now, must buys from Marco here at the Haven Settlement. I would just say pick up the pistol with Determined and make sure you put that on a D50. All right? Pick that one up. Make sure you put that talent in your recalibration library. And then make sure you try that out with the D50. I promise you, it'll put an effing smile on your face. But let's put a smile on that face. All right, Roy Benitez. But wait. You got to pet the doggy. Look at this. This dog has food. That's right. We love you, buddy. Here we go. Got to pet him. Make sure he has food. Make sure he has water. Tail's wagging. He's a happy boy. There we go. And then remember, interact twice. The second one is going to be random. I believe there are 3 to 5 different, animations. Here we go. Ooh, aw, look at him. Oh my God. Oh, it's so cute. All right, let's get here. I could feel the cuteness taking over. Never. All right, here we go. Roy Benitez.
How can I help you, Agent?
Starting with the G36 enhanced, my bad. Rate of fire and vindictive. Then we have a custom M44 with optimal range and preservation. A KSG shotgun with health damage and future perfect. And then a tactical M1911 with damage targets at a cover and flatline. Flatline. On a pistola. Interesting. Now looking at the gear items, we have a Overlord Armaments chest piece with hazard and skill haste and the talent reassigned. Petrov knee pads with weapon handling and status effects. And then finally a Brazos de Arquebus holster with crit hit damage and explosive resistance. Looking at the mods, Disrupt resistance 8.5, Headshot damage 7.0, Turret plus 1 extra mortar, Hive stem efficiency 8.3, and Sticky Bomb blast radius of 4.8. Now, must buys things to look for from Roy Benitez. No, nothing. Nada. And that is it, everyone. That is your weekly vendor reset and must buys for today, June 27th. I hope you enjoyed. We had some good bangas. We had the Anarchist Cookbook, Claws Out, Rock and Roll Shotgun, Picaro's Holster. We had the Apartment, and the list goes on. Let me know what you're picking up today. If you found this video helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, please hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing. I am Kamikazevondoom. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, everyone. Take care now. Bye-bye, Ian. Peace.